And good evening, one and all, and welcome back to the Blue Rose Respite for my soothing Sunday stream as we continue with some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've all been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Mine's been a pretty busy weekend, but I'm glad to be settling in for some fun with you guys. So, again, as I've put disclaimers on all of my announcement posts regarding this particular game, but this is probably going to be the night where things get much more intense. So, once we get towards that stage, I'll do another quick heads up for you guys, but we'll see how we go. Oh, thank you so much for the host, Daniel. But where we last left off, we got to explore the side stories that came with this new version that has come out, and we understood the origins of the Literature Club and all the wonderful things that went along with it. This wonderful connection between all these characters starting to form, getting to understand Sayori and Yuri a lot more. Just, we'll see how we go. Okay, I think this was my last save. But yes, first and foremost, let us see who's in the chat this evening. The Medloid Man, welcome back. Storyteller Bree, Regem, Samuel, Delliardo, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I think this is the first time you've joined us, and if so, welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. I'm so glad you're able to make it. And the Wolf Warrior, how's it going? Network Noah, how's it going? Welcome back. And Zanchlu Carmina. Colty Devil, how's it going? I think you're new here. In which case, take a seat, enjoy yourself, feel free to stay as long as you like. And thank you for the stretch check, Butter Toast. Oh, it's good to get those out of the way before I get started. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so everyone, settle in as we continue the story of Doki Doki Literature Club. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Oh, that's right, that's where we left off. And you guys are really salty with me for leaving it on that cliffhanger. But yes, finally, guys, Yuri's coming over to our house for the weekend to work on the stuff for the festival. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be fine. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Oh, you got this, man. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. My day's going pretty good, Noah. Mostly I was cleaning up my apartment today and, just doing some self-care. Cleaning is a form of self-care for me. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Also, just because the question was how was my day going, because I'm an adult, and I can make these choices, I had apple pie for dinner, and it was wonderful. Just that. It was a little bit of extra self-care for me after a day of cleaning up my flat. Yes, apple pie for dinner seemed very appropriate. Oh no, it's all good still, Monkey. We were literally just getting started. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. Oh, that's weird. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Just to clarify, some people in the chat have not experienced this game before. No spoilers, please. I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Okay. Here's when I'm just going to make a quick heads up. For people who have played this game before and they know what's coming up, even if you have a dark and twisted sense of humor like myself, I am going to be voice acting everything with the emotions of the characters in that moment. It's one thing to play a game and read the text, it's another to hear those lines read aloud. So if at any point you need to step away or stop watching my stream at any time, it's completely fine. I always want you to take care of yourselves first and foremost. It's all good. Just giving you a heads up. And don't worry guys, I'll take care of myself as well. It's all good, but I just want to give a heads up in case you're not familiar with this game. This is where things start to get darker and a lot of the imagery gets a lot more, not explicit, but twisted and nasty. So if you want to step away at any point, it's completely fine. Just take care of yourselves, okay? The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Stefan. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Hey, how's it going, Mike? Glad you could drop by tonight. Feel free to stay as long as you like. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Stefan. Huh? Why can't it just be like what it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Stefan. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Stefan? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend.
Stefan, that could be worded differently. That's maybe a bit accusatory.
Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
Stefan, it's really not that easy. It's really not that easy.
You don't understand at all, Stefan.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Why did you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head.
Also, hi guys, we've got lots of newcomers in the chat. We're starting to get into the heavier stuff with this game, so just a heads up.
That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Kinda do, a little bit. Sorry, there's some points I'm just like, Stefan, that could have been worded better. But fucking hell. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do.
No, Stefan. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Stefan.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Stefan.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Stefan,
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs.
Cat don't care. Thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Take a seat, enjoy yourself. We're just getting into some of the heavier stuff with this game, so feel free to stick around.
I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Stefan. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. I want to punch Stefan in the dick. I want to punch Stefan in the dick so bad. Text Yuri. Say, hey, emergency situation. I need to take care of some shit today. Can you handle things on your own? And I'll make it up to you. God fucking damn it, Stefan. Maybe I should cancel. Yes.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. Oh, fuck.
Amcat, I'm familiar with this game. This is actually my first time playing it all the way through. So I am familiar with some of the beats of the story that come along, but we're just enjoying the ride, as it were. Hang on. There we go. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? Yes, actually, that would be so good, please, Sayori. It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. No, encourage her to come over, and even if she isn't helping, she can sit there and have, like, tea or something with you guys. Just don't leave her alone today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. This fucking game. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. If I could describe this game in one word, oh, that's a good question. I think we all know what word would be apt for like a singular word for this game. It's a name rather than a word, but unexpected, maybe. Unexpected. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Mike. Thank you so much, you're absolutely amazing. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Emma Dosick does edits for Autumn Ivy and a number of other amazing content creators, so they're awesome, check out their stuff. But seriously, thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate it. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I shouldn't just focus on what's ahead. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Again, I'm going to be voice acting everything in character, even if it hurts. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri?
Thank goodness.
You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Oh, Mike, thank you. You're so sweet, thanks. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right.
And did you
manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it will be fine.
I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
Oh, no. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. Okay, she is so cute though. So, should we get started?
Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know.
Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Yuri... Is that really necessary for a festival, or will you just... Is this just strategic planning on your part? Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity.
Angel Lizzie, thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely Lost Tales, and you're welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Take a seat and enjoy yourself.
Although many will stop by just out of curiosity, And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be anxious. So anxious, sorry. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through the small hole on top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, and your heart pounds more heavily.
Yuri vapes, this is confirmed.
You feel warmer, and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion on anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. Oh, look, guys, look at her! She's so cute! Like,
sweet baby angel.
She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Honestly, that's a really nice idea.
It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Stefan. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Oh, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The
The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well...
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're going to think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know?
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I promise.
Alright. The thing is... I'm kind of into knives. They're just... so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this.
Not at all. Sorry.
You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think... I want to kick Stefan in the dick. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. As someone who, is also kind of into swords and, beautiful craftsmanship on knives, the thing is I'm trying not to metagame when it comes to this, but... oh god.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness. Stop! Fucking stop! God damn it, Stefan. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
Stefan! Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. I'm doing this for you guys, god damn it. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back.
Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri,
that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry.
Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return.
Stefan! Did you really just do that?
Now we're even. I'm not kink shaming or anything like that in any way, shape or form, but I'm just again, I'm trying not to metagame, but oh god. No. Now we're even.
Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Stefan.
Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding.
I see. That's relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. So we're just gonna ignore what the fuck just happened? Okay. Okay, fine. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air.
Okay, you take care, Daniel. Have an awesome week, okay?
Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted.
We're leaving Yuri alone in our room. It's fine. This is fine. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than the full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring them back into my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Oh, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups.
So, I thought we could do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner.
Hi, Big Bess. How's it going? Welcome to the Blue Rose Respite. Take a seat, enjoy yourself. Feel free to stay as long as you like.
Starting with the colours for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Oh, neat. What are you going to write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Oh yeah, I saw that little bit of interesting foreshadowing, but let's not lean onto it too much. We'll just see how things go. Oh my god, Brie. It's that one Tumblr post that's like, do you love the color of the sky? I've been on Tumblr for way too fucking long. Yuri uses Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolor feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. Oh, thank you for the hydrates check, Steel Monkey. I'm going to probably need a couple of those tonight because I'm reading everything. Oops. Sorry. I was going to put that over there, but I'm going to keep this over here. Sorry about that. And thank you for the stretch check, Regem. Ooh. It's like I'm doing a marathon and you guys are like standing there with like my cups of water beside the track.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend some time with one other person. Even if it's something simple, like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. And yes, Amcat, I do love my emotes. And the Shinies emote is used a lot when we play a lot of loot-based games, or when I'm torn between Shinies and another moral choice. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers.
Sorry.
Sorry, that was Stefan's line. Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Yes, indeed. Keeping our eyes on the prize. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
Just
for a little longer. It feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. Sorry. What is happening? Is it the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers, wrapped around my wrist, send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. And yeah, someone, not gonna lie, just... Yay. It's a wonderful feeling. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little light-headed today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. It's weird that she's slightly lightheaded and dazed, like... Weird. That's weird. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I saw this post on Tumblr. Do you like the color of the skies?
Sorry.
I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate check, Noah. Thank you.
It needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
Samuel, it's just a dumb Tumblr joke. Like, it's fine. It was a meme a couple of years ago for us Tumblr veterans.
Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
Oh, no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see.
I am too.
I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping that we could have extra time after finishing the work.
Well?
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. Do you, though? It sounded like she really gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Okay, I'm gonna save again. Okay, it already did an autosave, so I'm gonna save here again. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out to the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well, then,
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over or we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful, Stefan.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Why is she so close? I'm uncomfortable with her being this close.
I kind of like that about you.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori!
Oh no! No!
Hi, Stefan.
Sayori. Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Stefan. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course.
Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Stefan? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Stefan. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Yeah, again, I'm just going to clarify, guys. I am voice acting everything with the emotions of the scene, so it's one thing to play this game and play it all the way through and know the stuff that happens. It's another thing to hear someone read the dialogue and perform it aloud. So if at any point it makes you uncomfortable enough that you don't want to keep watching, feel free to step away. It's all good. Just please take care of yourselves, okay? Samuel, I put it up for vote for the Sunday stream because I'm an asshole. And thank you for the hydrate check, Betload Man. I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Stefan. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Stefan. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh, fuck! Time to save the game! Everything's fine. So, I'm gonna be an asshole. You guys are gonna vote. You guys are gonna vote on what I'm gonna say. Because, yes, we were initiating a potential closer connection with Yuri. I'm gonna leave this up for you guys. Do we return Sayori's affections, or do we say, you'll always be my dearest friend? Okay, so everyone, start your votes now. We'll only be doing for like, let's say, a minute or so, and then we'll continue while I just take a quick hydrate break. It's because we're all in this together, chat. Okay, friend zone, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm counting the votes and keeping track of them as best I can, and it looks like the majority of you guys are voting for one. Cause yeah, well, we were going after Yuri initially. I know there's no right answer for this, but I'm taking you on this journey with me. I want you to feel like you're a part of this. Okay, so all three, aka leave the stream. Okay, so the majority of everyone has voted. So Sayori, I love you. I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy.
Stefan.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Pornland, thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Feel free to stay as long as you like.
Stefan, is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her close. You never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Stefan. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now.
Okay, yes, Kylie's giving out hugs in the chat, so everyone who needs a hug right now, just hugs in the chat. I think everyone in the chat needs a round of hugs.
Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Stefan.
Also, hi Deathbringer, glad you could make it. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Stefan.
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. That's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do.
You really don't, Stefan! You really fucking don't! Again, I need to kick Stefan in the dick! Just god damn it.
I do. That's my promise.
Yeah, Stefan, she needs professional help, not a fucking boyfriend right now. It's not a good time for a new relationship. Get her the help she needs. I know, but it's tricky when you have to voice act these lines, but you are so just pissed off that you're saying this shit.
I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori.
And yes, Regem, very good point. The side story with Monica really shows the better way to handle taking care of Sayori, at least in terms of a gentler approach in stepping into that conversation about her depression. So, but we got to experience that last time, and oh, it makes this so much more painful.
I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Stefan! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And suddenly I feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all?
You should take a little responsibility for her, Stefan.
I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do.
I'm the club president, after all. But... I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. Also, I'm really... The lack of music is freaking me the fuck out. Oh, I'm not okay. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets?
They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head, 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 get out of get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Stefan? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Also, hi Albert. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so...
Well, alright.
Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Okay. Once again, content warning. We've already dipped our toes into this earlier tonight with themes of suicide and elements of darker topics. This is the content warning. This is almost pretty much the point of no return for this game. Please take care of yourself first and foremost. If any of the visuals or the graphic content in this game upsets you or you're not in the right headspace to watch this stream anymore, please step away. I want you to all take care of yourselves first and foremost, because I will be voice acting everything. So just a heads up. I am familiar with this game. I'm familiar with the imagery in this game. I'm okay with it, but please take care of yourselves first and foremost. It's one thing to read this game's text. It's another thing to hear it voice acted. So I think everyone in the chat needs a round of hugs. Take care of yourself first and foremost. Step away if you need to. Let's go. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori... Fuck! See Traceback's text for details. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this is gonna be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be here for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would you do this? How can I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game when I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never.
Doki Doki!
Okay, guys, let's see if we can pick up, let's just maybe try and start a new game, and we'll see if maybe we can get a slightly different, ending? Just maybe. Maybe if we just picked a slightly different ending for Sayori, where things will be better. I'm actually gonna check something quickly, before we start our next run of this game and see if things will change. I'm just going to quickly check. Okay. No new playlists. We do have new pictures though, so I'm just going to quickly check if there's anything. Because we did get the new poems, I believe, and yes, that new one of Yuri. That lovely one of Sayori. All the lovely backdrops. Oh, that picture is unsettling now. Just doing a quick check to see if anything else has changed. And this was the new one though, I think. Was it? Oh, see you later, Noah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You take care, okay? And have an awesome week. This game, you guys. Oh, that's weird. That's interesting. That's all our saves. Because yeah, it's the 1st of August, so I'm just checking. Was there anything else that was new? No. It's all the attributions. Oh, this was a traceback text. Uncalled VM runtime exception occurred. Execution stack trace. Game script. Oh, jeez. I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. And I'm just going to check. Yep, we haven't got any new side stories. So let's just start up a new game, okay, guys? And you take care, MCAT. You have an awesome week ahead, and hope you have. And thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you so much for the follow. You have a wonderful week ahead, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I always feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. Thank you for the hydro check, Rampant Prime. I'm going to need that going forward with this amazing game. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, but it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Stefan? Monica! Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for exactly? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet? You're on the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of... dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members of something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps a manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Stefan. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Stefan. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Stefan. All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Nice to know Stefan has his priorities. God damn it. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. I thought someone else was the vice president, Monica. I thought someone else was the vice president, Monica. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Stefan in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why did you come sit down, Stefan?
Okay, I'm just gonna save. Well, isn't that interesting? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As the president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Guys, I'll point it out in a second. You have to work hard. I'll point out something interesting in just a second once, Monica moves out of the way. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But, like, it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Okay, now that Monica's moved. Interesting, I'm sorry, because I know, like, people are pointing at the weirder, interesting choice of wall art here. Does that say Australia? Like, you will have to actually, like, maybe lean in close to your screen, take care of your eyes. But I'm just looking at that word here. Does that say Australia, or am I an idiot? There's, like, a distinctive A, U, and there's a T, R, A, L, I, A. I don't know whether that is, Oh no! You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Stefan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, okay, I'm just gonna check something. Monica, thank you so very much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Take a seat, enjoy yourself. I'm sure the chat will make you feel more than welcome. Hi, Monica! Well, Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. I was just gonna check something, because this all feels like... I'm not turning that on, because I was like waiting for... Oops. Because yeah, I assume the skip button comes up when we're going through stuff that is brand new. But I just wanted to check. Monica, I'm sure the chat is making you feel very, very welcome. Feel free to say hi and stay as long as you like. You're welcome here. This is fine. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in a world of books, not people. But you know,
I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that coming from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri?
Oh, thank you for the stretch check, Deathbringer. Oof. And a hydrate check from Regen. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility as vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Stefan?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Stefan. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... Oh,
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Stefan?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Stefan, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Oh, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Stefan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Hang on, need my lip balm. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then.
I can't wait. I wonder, like, can you reply to Monica in chat? I'm curious. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. Let's save again. Nah, let's use an empty one. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. Just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Oh, yes please. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything.
Okay. So before, we were leaning much more towards Yuri. Did you want to... Because I'm debating whether or not to try and target words that would be more for Yuri again, or if we should maybe try and go for words that Natsuki would like more. Or should I just go from the heart and pick words that I personally like? Because, like, the whole thing about the literature club is you write from the heart, guys. Okay. Go from the heart. Okay, good. I'm going to be sticking with the motto of the club and I'm going to write right from the heart. Okay, so I'm going to pick words that I personally like. I like Heaven Sent. I like passion. I like shinies. I like vivacious. Ghost Sayori, thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Take a seat, enjoy yourself. I'm sure the chat will make you feel more than welcome. Vibrant. Fucking hell, guys. Just... This game is some next level shit when you're streaming it. Sayori, I hope you're doing okay. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You are welcome. You are welcome here. I hope, chat, you're enjoying yourself this evening. I'm gonna go with covet. Variants. I like the word aura. Fantasy. Daydream. Desire. I like strawberries. Doki Doki? Crimson. Fireflies. Love. Infinite. I like to sing, so I'm gonna pick sing. Oh, Sayori, feel free to stay as long as you like. Feel free to hang out with us as long as you like. We're gonna be streaming for maybe another half hour or so, or a bit longer, so feel free to stick around. We're just gonna be making some wonderful poems together, because we are passionately supportive of each other with writing and other talents. Guys, make sure to make both Monica and Sayori in chat feel nice and welcome. Romance. This is fucking great. Oh, thank you for the stretch check, Albert. Thank you. Oh, this is wonderful. Guys, the chat is just so lively tonight. Embrace. There we go. I think we got mostly Yuri's words, but we got some for Natsuki as well. Hi again, Stefan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange, but I at least kept my word. Keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Stefan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica.
Oh my fucking god, chat! Oof! Can I get some oofs in the chat? Oh my god, yeah, don't worry, Sayori, I always make sure to, probably stretch everything when people do the stretch checks. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But you don't. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who has a manga collection. Monica, why you have the text?
Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature?
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm actually gonna send something because, I was... Fuck. Just while I'm fucking live and the chat is active, I'm actually gonna tweet something. I'm gonna do another tweet and just, like... I'm sorry, I just need to take a second because if there's people who just don't know this yet, then, yeah, why is... Thank you for pointing that out. Why is the screen tilted? Like... Is it... Sorry, I'll get back to you guys in just one hot second. I just need to, do something. What the actual shit is this? Okay, sorry, I just had to, Let's keep going! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Stefan. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I'll feel bad for distracting her from reading. Okay, just because this is, all relatively repetitive, I'm actually going to be quicker in skipping this because we've already encountered this scenario before with, our previous streams, shall we say. So until I spot something different, I'm just going to kind of skip through the text, just because the skip button doesn't seem to be working, and I'll keep an eye out if there's anything that seems different, okay? If that's okay with you guys, just because I don't want to have to spend time narrating everything that we've already covered, okay? What the actual fuck? Like, oh my god. Chat, are you guys okay? Chat! Soothing Sunday streams, am I right? It looks like the same book she lent to me. I'm doing okay, you guys doing okay? Yep, that's why I'm just like, I'm gonna skip through them carefully, but I'm not going to narrate them until I spot something else that's different. Okay? Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Yeah, the interesting wall art is gone.
Sorry.
Is that me? I was just spacing out. I muttered the sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Okay, I'm just gonna save again quickly. Hi, Monica.
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of skip over a little bit. Yeah, something's not fucking right. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Okay, I'm sorry, I just need to take a quick snippet of something. You guys can't see it on stream, but I just need to quickly. People on my Discord, people on my Discord who are my Twitch subs and patrons, check the link in Pix chat. Because that Ghost Sayori account was only created about 16 minutes ago. I'm sorry, I just had to, because my curiosity was killing me. I was like, wait, is this like, I had to check, is this someone who just goes into this category on Twitch, or is it something else? Holy fuck. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of stuff after the stream to try and like snip a lot of this and put it on my Twitter. But yes, let's just enjoy the ride, okay guys? We're probably going to be going for another, I need a second. I need a second. I just can't. Sayori, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you very much for the subscription, for your support. I hope you enjoy the lovely little icon next to your name now, and there's instructions on my about page on my Twitch if you would like to join the Discord. I'm just saying. Fuck. Okay, let's focus. Let's focus and get back to this game. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Thank you for the hydrate check, Steel Monkey. I need to take a break. Oh no, guys, don't mistake me. I'm not like actually scared or anything like that. I am loving this. This is so much fun. Fucking hell, this is some next level shit that I wasn't expecting. But, I hope all of you guys are having fun with this too. This is fucking great.
Well,
I take a look at the cover of the book. The book is called, titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
basically it's about this religious camp that has turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have the traits that turn them into killing machines that lust for blood.
That's not the same description of the book as before.
is happening?
But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean.
Give me just 1 second. I just need to grab... I want to try something. Can I... Fuck, I can't go further back up. Hang on 1 second. Oh no, I feel like such a bitch for doing this. Hang on. I'm sorry, I had to... because I wanted to bring that at back in case you guys wanted to talk to her. But Ghost Sayori, thank you so much for the gifted sub. To Mike Dosick, thank you so much for your support of my archive of lovely lost tales. You're amazing and you are welcome here anytime. Feel free to stay as long as you like.
The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Stefan?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Oh, Samuel... Oh my fucking god! Chat? Let's keep that conversation going. I'm very curious to see how this resolves itself, so just keep making sure that Monica and Sayori in chat feel included, okay? I'm leaving this in your capable hands.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly...
Oh, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then.
I'll pick a better voice for that, hang on. I'll do a better voice for that particular thing. I was just kind of like, what the fuck?
But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry.
That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Sorry, that was Stefan's voice. I might as well get started reading it, right? It made me jump. I'm embarrassed that made me jump.
Yes? I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah. Are you sure?
You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. Chat. I want to do something that's kind of messed up, but give me a second. Because I'm really curious if this does something. Okay, give me a second, I just need to check. Oh. Okay, the thing is, I don't know if this is gonna actually really fuck things up for my Twitch. I was considering making Sayori a mod, but I really don't know if that will, like, actually, like, fuck my Twitch up, like, really badly. So yeah, I think that's actually, because that was something I was like, oh, that could be interesting, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to play with fire. I'm sorry, that's a thought that crossed my mind. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Just because I'm worried about things getting seriously messed up and me being unable to undo them, because I'm not super tech savvy, so I'm going to say no on that, but that was just a thought that crossed my head, so okie dokie guys, let's keep going. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
You really apologize a lot, don't you? Samuel, you're playing with fucking fire with that? No! I'm just curious to see if she says anything, and we'll take it from there. I've lost control of the chat. And the thing is, I think all of my usual mods are out today. Fuck.
I don't really mean to. Sorry.
Oh fuck. Sayori wants to be a mod. Oh no. The chat's officially gone off the deep end. What the fuck have you done? No. Help. Okay, I'm saying no to making the mods. That's gonna be an executive rule, cause like, when the mods are away, it's like, the serif's word is absolute law, so I'm gonna say no to making the mods just because I have no idea how fucked my system could get. It's okay, Samuel, it's okay! What the actual shit is going on? Okay.
Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, this should work, right? Oh, thank you for the stretch check, Zanchlu. Oh. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm making sure to stretch that neck out properly. Ah! What the fuck? Sayori, I hope you're doing okay. Galactic Emperor Batman, you've arrived at a very strange time. The characters are actually in the chat now, and everyone's freaking out. Just... Help. I am an adult. Wait. Guys, can you hear me? And thank you for the hydrate check, Sayori. Okay, I just wanted to check. Has the stream actually frozen for people, or can you still hear me okay? Okay, I just wanted to check, because I haven't made the mods or anything like that, so I was just like, wait, what is going on? Okay, let's continue, shall we? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right to hold the book open. Oh, I guess that makes it a little difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Mike, I am so sorry, because this is like the first of my full streams I think you've been able to make it to, so if this is, usually things don't go off the rails this badly, but tonight's an exception apparently. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. Remove host rate limit. Thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, you've got a very interesting username, so I was a little taken aback. But thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay.
You're not as used to reading, huh?
I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer.
It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah.
Thanks. We continue reading. Chat. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. Just keep interacting. Keep the conversation going as much as you like. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Oh, Sayori, it's okay. We're just glad you're here with us. Feel free to stay as long as you like. You're doing great, sweetie.
We just want you to take care of yourself, okay? So if you need to step away at all, it's all good. It's all good. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but
The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Also, has her expression changed? Because that wasn't the reaction she had before.
Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry.
I thought you meant something else about her. Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why they came back into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Stefan? Did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
No, not really.
I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly.
Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her.
Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. We picked a lot of words that Natsuki seemed to like, so let's go with that. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically,
it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not like you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Oh, Sayori, you're lovely. I'm so glad you decided to join us tonight. You've been such a breath of fresh air in this chat, and everyone has been having a wonderful time with you guys. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Excuse me. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next?
Hi, Stefan.
Having a good time so far? Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Stefan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it isn't... it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Stefan! I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
Oh, Deathbringer, I'm glad that you're having so much fun with this. Like, honestly, this is going to be a stream I'll never forget. Like, oh my god, you guys, I'm loving this.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness.
Oh, yes, thank you. Rampant Prime for the hydrate check. I needed one. I'm trying to think of like a good point where we can maybe wrap things up towards the end of the evening. Probably once we've finished this particular day, we'll save and then we'll come back at a later date if that's all, and we'll continue this next Sunday. So yeah, we've still got another few minutes to go and then we'll wrap things up if that's okay. Oh, thank you for the stretch check, Sam. Well. Oh. Thank you, thank you.
I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica.
I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, in terms of the music, like, Monica is learning the piano, so it kind of makes sense that it's a little disjointed, but I think it has become a bit more noticeable.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see colour. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay.
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Also, I'll go through and see if I can maybe clip some of the best moments tonight, but seriously guys, if there's moments like in chat or like certain instances, don't be afraid to clip it. Like seriously, I highly encourage clipping.
That is, it takes a lot of poems been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Let's save again. I'm nervous.
Oh.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. Chat, I'm glancing over a chat every so often. Oh god, this is amazing.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really? Huh? I'm sorry, I'm just reading the conversation that's happened between Sayori and Steel Monkey, and oh no. Okay. Okay, yes, cookies are real. Everything's fine, guys. Why do I feel like I'm being held hostage by my chat? By, like, the game? I feel like I'm being held hostage here. Oh no! Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem. Excuse me. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Oh, thank you for the hydrates check. I was actually needing one. Thank you, thank you. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Chat, blink if you're in danger. No one blinked, everyone's fine.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air as if the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, it's so good to see that Sayori is making sure that everyone's having a good time. See? She says everyone's fine. And everyone's fine, right guys? Let's continue the story.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Stefan.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. The Lou Bear, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Yes, everyone is fine. Here you go. Thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate it. You're amazing.
I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Just remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
Oh, thank you for the hydration check, Samuel. Thank you, thank you. Okay, see you later, Albert. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I hope you had a lot of fun. You take care, okay?
And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that.
That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it.
Thank you for the stretch check, Blue Bear. Oh, gotta stretch. Oh, that... My neck and shoulders out. We're all good. Oh, call sign Ravager. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Everything is fine. Totally fine. We're not being held hostage by this game at all. Everything's fine. Right, Sayori? Everything's fine.
But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Stefan.
Me too. Undo Delivery, thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Oh, did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute?
Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Thanks,
but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Oh, it kind of does look like she's got blue roses in her hair. It really suits her.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Stefan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing.
Ghost Sayori, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Seriously, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing okay. Your message was a little sad. I really hope you're having a good time with us, but thank you so much.
I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring.
which I haven't yet. And Stefan liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Keolol, thank you so much for the follow. You are now one of my lovely lost tales, and you are welcome back at the Blue Rose Respite anytime. Thank you so much for joining us. Take a seat and enjoy your time in the chat. The chat is fine. Everything's fine. Wonderful and fine. And yes, in regards to, it's definitely a real person, no company uses this much money for a bot. I agree with Mike, Team Salvato isn't like most companies. This is like some next level shit and it's amazing. Oh my fucking god. Sayori called you out, Samuel. See? She is real. Everyone, lots of hugs for Sayori. Give her a lot of love. Don't leave her hanging. I'm sorry, that was fucking morbid, I apologize. That's not what I... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Stefan appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Stefan started showing up.
See, Sayori approves of my joke.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy, bitch.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing those others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about it is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Stefan hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Help, guys!
Stefan! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Fuck. Yuri. What? Fuck. Yuri? Natsuki? Fuck! Guys! Help! Natsuki? Yuri? Hi, Monica. Hi. Help.
Hey, Stefan. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Stefan, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Oh.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. Arturel, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm glad you're able to make it. Take a seat, enjoy yourself. Just a heads up, we are heading towards the end of tonight's stream, so we'll probably only be going for maybe another few minutes. But be sure to say hi to Sayori. She's been a wonderful guest in the chat. Oh, good question, Artel. Maybe Sayori can answer that for you. There's been a lot of like little nuances that we've noticed over time with certain additions, especially like the new interface, but you'll see that in just a second. So yeah, but there's it's very much a new experience, as Sayori says.
I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. It's, I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Stefan. It would be just be embarrassing with you listening.
I would say, Samuel, don't look for too much info, because just allow yourself to go along for the ride until we get to the end of the game. Like, I'll just advise people in chat, I know you're probably dying to check if, like, the lovely ladies that we've had in the chat this evening are part of the game or they're a very passionate individual who loves this game. I would advise don't look it up yet until after I finish my stream, just so we can enjoy the experience together.
Huh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But
Okay, I did say we were going to wrap things up when we got to the end of that day. So I might actually save it here and now, and then we'll come back to this. Because this feels like a good point to wrap things up for now. So let's head back to the interface and see if anything's new. Yes, just double check. Saved. Let's return to the desktop. And, oh, we do have new pictures though. Yes, we got that new poem. We've got so many amazing poems. Oh, and we unlocked that little secret. Just checking if there's anything else. And no, I think we're all good for that. But yes, I know it's another cliffhanger, guys, but I want to make sure that you guys keep wanting to come back for more. We don't have any mail though, so I'm just going to do a quick check to see if anything new has changed. Nope, everything looks good. We don't have any new side stories or anything like that. But But yes, I think we will wrap things up here and now. So thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I had so much fun with this, and I hope all you guys did as well. I had a wonderful time. I cannot wait to see what else lies ahead for this story. And I hope all of you can join me for this, as you can see below, for my Friday night Spice stream. We'll be wrapping up Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And then next Sunday, we will of course be continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. I really hope that you guys can join me for that. Because I really hope that we can have our lovely guests, Monica and Sayori, return to us in chat. They are welcome back anytime. And thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. And a massive thank you to yes, as Sayori says, good night, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful time. You all have a wonderful week ahead, and please take care of yourselves. A massive thank you to all of the amazing new followers that joined us this evening, as well as to everyone who dropped bits and bought subscriptions and gifted subscriptions, especially to the wonderful ghost Sayori, who was just an absolute delight in chat. And I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and remember, and I think this message would be quite important for some people in chat to hear. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, stay wicked and wonderful. Good night, guys.